I guess I can kind of turn it back on me. We'll see how this goes. Whatever, guys. Yeah, I'm just gonna watch and see what's going on. So whatever. I'm just doing some wiring, so I might as well share. So probably have a little extra. I may end up forgetting stuff. I may end up not having everything I need. So if y'all see me get up and move, it's for that reason. Unfortunately, I can't really share everything with you because it's not really a wide angle shot, so this kind of is what it is. Y'all can check it out as it goes. But y'all can see most of it at least. At least what's happening here. It ain't much, nothing crazy interesting. Unless you guys know what I'm doing, and then at that point it gets somewhat more interesting. It's just some wiring. So feel free to pop in and out, watch till you're bored, and go from there. It's something I'm going to be doing regardless of whether y'all watch or not. Where is my... There it is. If y'all have any questions, feel free to ask. Say whatever y'all want to say. I know it's during work hours for some of you guys. Could be before work for other guys. I don't know. Just what's up. Thank God he didn't get out fast enough. Waving a hand. To this. I was probably do a smaller tip because of what I'm working on. But I'm just soldering this connection along with crimping. This is a situation where I do both, especially with smaller connections since the crimper tool is much cheaper. Alright. Don't have a bunch of extra length on my soldering iron, but this is just a quick wiring video. I'm not really, well, I guess I'm not sure if it's very quick. You'll see, I suppose. And before anybody asks, I don't really do this for the general public at all. I just do this for interesting videos to kind of give you guys something else to see while I'm working. The only thing I do for the general public is coax and coax, super caps, batteries, and stuff like that. Direct feed connections. The rest of it I leave to other individuals who are more open to the public with their work, I suppose, I guess. It's not that I'm trying to hide anything I'm doing, it's just that there's other guys who've done it for years longer than me, and I'll leave it to them to handle boxes that I don't feel like messing with, because it's just not something I get into. It's too time consuming. But yeah, this is just a cabinet. Y'all can check it out. It's done a bit of wiring for it. This is something I built. This is not mine. I built it for a customer. Just so y'all know, it's not something I'm claiming as my own. So if I do this, I'm trying to make up my mind what I want to do. I think that's how I'll do it. So I'll probably move it. Y'all got any questions, feel free to ask. It's a supply, let's just say that. All right. Whenever you in a quiet room, you'll figure out how much your chair squeaks. Now this entire circuit's dead. I've tested it 3 and 4 times, just so you know. Anybody who really messes with this stuff on your own, to be honest, it's extremely dangerous. Just be careful. You better know what you're doing, and you better have that complete understanding of what has potential and what doesn't. So this is not by any means, like my other videos, a tutorial. This is just kind of a show and tell, pretty much. Just because I'm working, I gotta do it anyway. So y'all can feel free to watch it. Let me move this. Okay. And set up this one right here. I was deciding on layout a while ago, and that's what made me to do this right here that I'm doing. Anybody who's ever dealt with me in person realize that I'm not very set on anything in particular. If I come up with a better idea while I'm on the fly, then I'm going to be doing it. So I don't know who all goes to work this early in the morning or anything like that, so this is just a video y'all can hang out and check out and see what I'm doing. I can't show the whole shot because I'd have to constantly move the camera, and the reason I do these videos is not so I can move the camera around, it's so I can do the job. So I share as much as I can with you guys, but unfortunately you won't be able to see everything because this is not the widest angle camera, and this is the best option we got. But y'all can feel free to hang out, ask any questions you want to ask while I'm working. I'll try to answer what I can. Alright. Anybody who's not experienced with dealing with a washer falling off in the corner, falling off on something, you can't pick it up, I always throw it to a corner. That's the easy way to pick it up. Other people will be like, oh, I knew that for years. So I say that for the people that don't know, not necessarily the people that do. Because on this page I got people from experts all the way down to novice, and way below novice. Just key it up and run it, people. So. Alright, so the plate. hello, whoever's hanging out. Feel free to ask any questions while you are in here. I'm not doing much of anything right now except for doing some wiring, like I said. If you know what it is, then you can feel free to enjoy. If you don't, then you can watch me do some wiring. Some people really enjoy this stuff a lot more than I do. I'm not saying I don't enjoy it. It's kind of fun to be able to build something and design something from one end to the other. But also at the same scenario, it still work. So I need to get some more terminals. I'll be back. So feel free to check it out. I'll just bring the whole drawer over here. One. Good thing I got enough to finish the job. Alright. I like, even on terminal strips, I like round terminals. That way it forces you to pull the whole screw off before you do anything. Personal preference. Not really any requirement on that. You can run spade style, but my issue is if vibration ever built up enough for it to slide out, it would I would be responsible in that scenario. So I'm not really interested in being responsible for a simple problem causing me a major issue. So might as well go ahead and do it overkill. Y'all ain't really asking anything, so feel free to just check it out or give me any questions while I'm working. I'll look at it as I can and respond. I'm not sure if y'all can see very well, but I apologize if you can't. Now, I'm kind of cheating because I am playing music in my ears. If y'all can hear it, I apologize. But also at the same time, I apologize for the quiet because ain't much of nothing going on over here because it's early in the morning. So sometimes I'll have something else going, but it's dead quiet here. This is Teflon wire, so it'll get a lot hotter than any other wire, so be careful if you ever do solder Teflon wire. I'm not encouraging you again to work on anything like this. I'm just saying if you do have to work on Teflon wire specifically for any application, just be aware that it gets hotter much faster than any other wire you've ever dealt with. So watch out for that. Just kind of a forewarning thing. I've already got a grid built out for what I'm doing. I've already got it laid out for the most part of how I'm wiring it up. I'm just finishing the wiring now, really. Sorry, I can't see much. But I said earlier to whoever was watching earlier that I can't really show a wide angle shot. I can only show so much. So I kind of picked a happy medium of the best I could show you guys. Because I can't be moving this camera around while I'm working. Alright. Is that what I need? Nope. 7 or 7. Pretty well done over here for the most part, so I'm gonna try to see if I can move y'all around so y'all can kind of see what else I'm gonna be doing. Need this though. We'll see what happens with this. Alright, let's see if I can stick y'all over here. Well, some buttons. I'll have to bear with me. Alright, cool. Whatever. I had run some tests in the past. That's kind of why this right here exists. I ran out of time previously, and now I got a little bit more time to work, so I'm gonna kick on some noise real quick. Y'all guys just have to hang out and hear it. A little bit more air going in here. Warms up fast in this spot. Let me pop the comments back on. So, nobody asked anything, so feel free to ask as you go. So this is fairly difficult work right here. What I'm doing, I'm trying to cut open some heat shrink that I protected the circuit in the past, while also not destroying what I have inside. I could do that, but that would defeat the whole purpose of what I'm doing right now, and also I would take extra length out of the wire that I wouldn't want to take out. So I'm kind of double working here from where I previously worked, but it is what it is. It happens. If you're not curious about anything, feel free to ask. Otherwise, just hang out. I may, depending on how much length I got on the circuit, so I'll see how much over here. I'm gonna tie you here, tie you back here. So if I took this much out, so be it. I ain't fighting with no heat shrink, especially this stuff right here. This stuff's got glue in it, so it's even more difficult to deal with. Craziest thing is that stuff's literally on Teflon wire, and it shouldn't stick very well, which is just so good at bonding to itself, it makes it a pain to deal with. Now, again, like I said, anybody who messes with this stuff for any length of time, I kind of understand you doing it, but anybody who's never touched anything like this, don't start now. I mean, if you ever watched the show 1,000 Ways to Die, this is kind of got at least 100 of those options built in. And you have to kind of lock out, tag. I mean, realistically, in industrial applications, they lock out, tag out. They have bypasses, safeties, 100 different things. And I have multiple going on right now that y'all can't see, but I do not expect someone who thinks they can just get in here and mess with this stuff to follow those same procedures. So I just highly recommend against it. Hello, hello, whoever else is out there. Wave a hand. Figured I'd share some of my projects. I've been doing this stuff for years, but I mean, I guess might as well now share it. Who cares? There's always going to be somebody out there that has some sort of complaint about something I'm doing, but I mean, that's not really why I'm doing it. I'm just doing it for, one, because I know it works, and two, because I'm sharing to be nice. I mean, otherwise I'm just going to be sitting here doing it anyway. I'm kind of bored, so might as well let you guys see what I'm doing. Y'all guys probably find a lot more interest in it than me. This is my little cheater soldering iron. If you guys haven't bought this, then buy it. It's cool. Or at least if you solder for any length of time. It's a neat little battery-powered soldering iron that works pretty well. Noisemaker. Jeez. I don't know if y'all got to hear that or not, but I'm trying to find out what the heck that noise was. You gotta pick the most annoying sound ever and it's gotta wake up. You wet a sponge, it's a quick way to test and see if your soldering iron is hot, or also you can touch your soldering iron like that with solder. I mean, it's just a quick and easy method. You can also watch for the solder to change colors because it'll get shiny when it gets hot, or melt. Hits its melting temperature. It's not every solder, just so you know. That's just lead based. I've not dealt with any acid core that has a different composition than the 6337, 6040, and then some silver based solders, all I've worked with before. I haven't done none of the plumbing stuff, so couldn't vouch for how those operate or act or anything like that. Oh Lord. Let's see if I got the right size. I don't know if I did or not. Nope. I'll be back. Watch me went over there and still got the wrong size. Really? Give me a break. It's between. Oh, okay, that's my smaller one. No. So it's literally. Oh Lord. 11/32 or something, right? we'll see. Which one is it? Out of all sizes, it's 11/32. 9mm fits, but it's a bit loose. Freaking 11/32. How many? What uses 11/32? Alright. I have a system built where I can test this stuff. It's just simple as can be. Just literally work with the wire. This is my plus. That's what I need. That's the cool thing about something with non-slip. You can kind of, that's just literally your easiest test ever. I've got all my wiring in shielded loom, so you can't trace my wiring per se, but I can trace it just by it's right here. Watch. There you go. Bam. That lets me know what I'm doing. Alright, so now from this point I'm just tidying up, just trying to figure out how I'm going to lay it out, set it out. And on to the next one for my common point ground here. Ha ha ha. I can talk and work, this kind of talk and work, but when it comes to talking and working, it doesn't work as well. And I can go through and pretty much do things this way. Kind of pull some of my tag wire down so I can deal with this. Show you what's going on. What am I doing? Wrong one. Alright. This is so I can kind of confirm with myself. It's always best to check, double check, then check again. So what I would do, the way I would confirm this, there, and there. So, did what I need to do, wired what I needed to wire, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you know, kind of, there's more to do on this, but it's not happening yet. I'll do more later. I've got to float something, and then I'll build it from there. Some of you guys who know about this stuff will know exactly what I'm talking about, but yeah, that's the fun. Alright, so that's pretty much what I was doing here. I will test it, but there's not much. There's about 15 more minutes of prep before I can test, so there's not much more to show y'all for now. So I will catch y'all later, and I might pop up something else later on, just like I said, because I'm going to be working for most of the morning. See y'all.